You're watching No More News.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Adam Green with No More News. It is December 14th, 2018, and this is round 2 for this video because I just did the first take at 5 o'clock Pacific time live like I was supposed to be. I scheduled early this morning. I was going to cover all the latest censorship from YouTube that I had over the night, and what happened to me earlier this week with my video being limited stated before it was premiered. And lo and behold, I wasn't even able to make it to the live stream to cover all this censorship. I got a strike on a channel that's 4 years old, and now I can't stream. I figured I'd try anyway because the stream was still up. I didn't get any notification. I pressed record, start streaming at 5 o'clock. Everything said green on my OBS and on my YouTube, but then I looked at the comments 13 minutes in and realized that people were commenting, but there was nothing on the screen. I wasn't playing. So this is round 2. We're going to get into it. Let's get to these juicy details. This despicable Orwellian censorship kicking into high gear, rapidly intensifying. For me personally, it's already been so bad. I'm lucky to even be on YouTube and reach the people that I have so far. There's been so many others kicked off. But I woke up this morning and 6 videos were put into censored limited state. The first one, your video, Joe Biggs and Outlaw Morgan exposed as Zionist useful idiot gatekeepers. I forgot, why don't I show you? This was right before I streamed. Glenn Beck's Zionist agenda was flagged for review, and then they gave me a strike. And then they say, what, the hate speech policy. There's no hate speech in the video. It's been up for 4 years. This is an absolute joke. So get rid of that. And Joe Biggs. So let's show you all these videos. Probably 100,000 views taken down with over one night. Tons of hard work put into limited state and suppressed in silence. The free flow of information is just being completely blocked by these criminals. We're not allowed to expose them. Here's Joe Biggs and Outlaw Morgan exposed as useful idiots. This is the first one they took down. It's got 11,000 views. 807 thumbs up, 67 thumbs down. So it's way more thumbs up than thumbs down, but yet it gets pulled down. 750 comments, they'll never be seen again. Next video, weird how they shut down the comments. So it's like they don't want in the count, the view count. They don't want anybody to know how popular something is. They don't want anybody to be able to discuss things amongst each other. Next video, Christopher Bolin explains who really did 9/11. That's the next one they took down this morning. And Christopher Bolin explains who really died 9/11. That had 120,000 views by itself. 1,100 comments that are gone forever. 3,200 thumbs up. 119 down, yet it gets pulled down. Censored. Down the memory hole. No one will be able to see it. Nobody's able to find this stuff when it's limited state. It's as good as gone. Next video that they came after that was targeted. This is another masterpiece. The mass migration agenda was flagged by the YouTube community. So that one, I'm not even in that video. None of it's my opinion. It's all them in their own words. Clips of rabbis talking. Clips of representatives of the ADL and HIAS talking. The mass migration agenda, 28,000 views, 1,000 comments gone, 1,600 thumbs up, 66 thumbs down. October 2nd, over 2 months old, yet it gets pulled down now. 66 thumbs down. What is the threshold for how many times, if this is just these like Reddit mass flagging brigades, and this isn't like Israel or ADL, SPLC targeted takedown, and this is just really just a bunch of people out there are flagging stuff. How many flags does it take to get a video put in a limited state? Because I don't even have 66 thumbs down. And if videos get hundreds of thousands of views, I mean, you're going to get a handful of people out there that are just haters and hate your information and want to silence and suppress you. Silence the opposition because they can't debate you and beat you on the facts. So mass migration agenda, that's another one. Another one down, a couple more here. Zionists are not patriots is another one censored. That's no hate speech in that one. Nothing hateful. It's all factual, source-based, undisputable, undebatable stuff. So they just censored that video. Zionists are not patriots. August 14th, 671 comments that are gone, 17,000 views, 1,600 thumbs up, 27 down, yet it's pulled down. So not even 27, just a handful of people flag it and YouTube pulls it right away. All of them overnight like this. And this isn't the first time. Every other day I get a new video, months old, years old, limited stated. It's happening to everybody. I'm lucky that this is the first time I've got a strike on something, but I'm probably going to have to put all my videos on private and start posting to my backup channel. But that's a useless effort too, because Activist News did that. His second backup channel got taken down. Johnny Gatt had both of his channels taken down in 1 week, 1 and 2. And these are not violating any rules. It validates what we're saying completely. We're exposing the censors. We're exposing the criminals. We're exposing the war profiteers. And they're shutting it down. Simple as that. Everybody knows it. It's simple to see. Another one, stop Jewish propaganda and censorship now. So no irony lost there, right? I do a video exposing Jewish propaganda and censorship, and I get censored. So I expose Jewish supremacy, and my video gets put in limited state. But you can find tons of videos on white supremacy online. That's legitimate to talk about. But any video on Jewish supremacy, you're anti-Semitic, you're hate speech, you're censored, you're not allowed on our platforms. It means they're above criticism if that's where we're going. And nobody's above criticism. And so that video, Stop Jewish Propaganda, now had another 20,000 views. So it's more like 200,000 views that they just took away. And not to mention that all of it's demonetized, and I can't stream now and make any super chats. And I'm lucky that I still have my Patreon and PayPal. They come after that too, because they're trying to put the opposition out of business. They know that people can't continue on for free. They already have a total grip on the mainstream media gatekeepers and control. There's only a couple independent journalists that are willing to tell the truth on YouTube and on the internet, and they're coming after us, and they're coming after our websites and on all of our platforms. And the censorship is just going beyond ridiculous. We're going to be, I don't see how we're not at French levels yet with the protests. So stop Jewish propaganda now. One more, last one. Your video, Jared Kushner, is Jared Kushner the Antichrist, was flagged and removed. YouTube doesn't allow hate speech. There's no hate speech in this. This is like Fox News clips. This is mainstream media headlines. This is just Kushner, a clip of Kushner saying something himself. Yet it gets taken down. It gets taken down because it doesn't matter what we say. If we're exposing the hard truth, you get taken down. Is Jared Kushner the Antichrist? That one had 21,000 or 22,000 views. 725 comments, all just gone. They're cutting off the free flow of information. I'm trying to speak my mind, be a journalist, put stuff together that I think is important, that I want to highlight and bring exposure to and awareness around. And I'm putting it out in the matrix, in the virtual world, the public's forum, and they're cutting me off. No comments. You can't communicate with anybody. No, nobody can support you. People that want to support you and value your content, nope, they're not allowed to support you anymore. Your hate speech, you're off of PayPal. That's the thing. Is Jared Kushner the Antichrist? I got another video with all the same clips, except it's just shorter. It's one of my most popular videos. That one's up. Well, they're going to take that one down too with almost 400,000 views. 4,500 thumbs up, yet it gets taken down. 5,000 comments. Will that one be next? Who knows? So even today, I already had a live stream planned. I already had one planned. It was going to be intense. I had a bunch of stuff to go over. And then on top of it, the strike, not being able to stream, 6 videos put into limited state. But already just a few days ago, I was going to stream about this already. My documentary, God's Chosen People. Well, I guess before we go there, we'll move on to here. So all those things, limited, stated, restricted. So my documentary was censored too. Spent like 6 months on this thing. So much time sitting in this chair, editing, and none of it can be construed as hate speech or hateful or anti-Semitic. It's nothing but documented. It's all their own words. I don't say one word in this video, not one text. It's all stuff I got off of YouTube, all stuff in their own words, all stuff from mainstream media. Editor porn here. This is what I said here. Exporting my new 2.5-hour documentary, God's Chosen People. It will be premiering in a few days. Look at all this hard work. So many clips, probably 1,000 clips and headline screenshots and quotes from articles and stuff. A lot of people wanted to see it. 52 hearts, 20 shares. And then what happened was, oh great, of course. I hate when this stuff resets. It's not that far back. So God's Chosen People, it got censored. I premiered it. I put it up. I was going to premiere it. And it was restricted before anybody could even see it. So here I am, premiering my new documentary, God's Chosen People, tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Eastern Time. This was December 10th, so 4 days ago. Nothing bad about this headline. God's Chosen People, that's how they're known. That's what they say. That's their own words. They claim, I have quotes of them in this video saying they're God's chosen people. Everybody wants to see it. 71 likes. You know, nothing bad in the thumbnail, but that's all it took to get taken down. How does a video get flagged by the YouTube community if it's never been published, Team YouTube? And I say here, I was looking forward to premiering it live and participating in the live chat and get super chats, but they cut that off, not able to put it live, and it's in limited state, so it barely got any views at all. 6 months of hard work, just all down the drain because YouTube decides to pull the plug and shut it down. I was looking forward to premiere it live and participating. I spent months making this, and YouTube just drastically suppressed it. And YouTube actually responded. I say, Team YouTube, how does a video get flagged by the YouTube community if it's never been published? And they responded. They said, to clarify, the video was already premiered, and that can be done only if it's public. Unlisted videos cannot be premiered. Since the premiere has a good number of audience, it's possible that it got flagged. So it doesn't make any sense here because she says, the video was already premiered. It hadn't premiered. And I said, no, my video was flagged and put in a limited state at 2:34 Pacific time. That's before it premiered for anyone to see at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then her other part here, since the premiere has a good number of audience, it never premiered and had an audience. I wasn't able to premiere it. It's possible it got flagged. And then I said, no, that's not what happened. Look, 2:34. And they say, yikes, please try getting in touch with our creator support team for more help on this. Here's how. I'm sure they'll help. Somebody says, as compensation, they should put it on the front page. Nope. As compensation, they should give me 6 videos limited stated last night and another video with a strike. And I can't stream to even expose all this censorship. So, as you can imagine, pretty discouraging. And all the shills out, or the people out there that always go, you're a shill, you're on YouTube, you're not censored. Meh, meh, meh. Maybe you'll be happy now, but... So they took it down. This has been going on too for months, going on to other people too. Here's Ryan Dawson. Look, oh, this is so small. Come on, make it big. Here, we'll have to make this big, full screen. Okay, that's too big now. Okay, you can see your video, Holocaust Facts from Myths. Oh my gosh. So anyway, Ryan Dawson, Holocaust Facts for Myths was flagged. This all happened to him too. A bunch of videos at the same time. Oh my gosh, this isn't wanting to... Okay, you get the picture. Let me show you at least the best one. Here it is. All these videos, all 11/28, all at the same time, all these videos, anything with Holocaust in the title got censored. This is just a few days ago on his channel from YouTube. And then my video earlier this week, same thing. The Zionist Crusade exposed. Got put in a limited state immediately as soon as it goes up. Nothing bad in that deserves it. You just can't expose their stuff. They don't let you do it. And I've been covering this already. These limited states have been happening. Here's one, doxed under attack, where I get into it. Shut it down. Mass flagging campaign exposed. Mass flagging campaign succeeding, and they're succeeding even more apparently. Another day, another video flagged down. These are all a month ago. And I'm already going through and changing all my videos to private. I've exposed these in some of the other those videos I just showed you, but this is on Reddit. There's these these blank people on Reddit that are giving instructions on how to flag my channel and which videos to censor. Here, click the box to report this video. Me and Jake and or Jake and I in Palestine. It's all over all these other Reddits, and I'm pretty sure that mass flagging organized brigade campaigns is illegal. But either YouTube's just like, you know, allowing their flags to make a difference, or YouTube's doing it on their own. But this whole limited state thing is so, they go, oh, you're not censored, you're just, you know, we're not promoting you, you're limited stating. It's absolute BS. You can't embed it in videos if it's limited state. You can't share it easily. You can like do the URL and share it, but the normal share functions aren't there. There's no comments. You can't see the view count. You can't even click like it says no more news underneath it, underneath the video, but you can't click on that and like go back to my channel and see the rest of my videos. It's completely shutting it off, and it's not a fair level playing field. It's a rigged game, as if the big multinational media companies, the big 5 or 6, don't have enough an advantage already with all the money and all the backing. They don't have enough an advantage already. They need to be promoted as the authoritative source by YouTube, and they need to, as they admit, they want to bury the conspiracy videos. So Assange, they do the same thing to Ron Paul, and Assange calls it economic. He calls it economic censorship, because this is what they're doing. They're trying to put us out of business. Anybody speaking the truth and speaking truth to power and exposing what's really going on, you get put out of business. They cut you off from PayPal and Patreon, and they cut off your they don't let you sell t-shirts. They don't let you, all the websites won't work with you. There's monopolies online, and these big companies are all working together with in Silicon Valley with the ADL, with the SPLC, with these Jewish groups, with Israel, and they're shutting it down. And I know I'm beating a dead horse. Everybody that watches my channel knows this. Political, or what was it? Economic censorship. That's exactly what it is. Here's some more censorship. I already showed that. That's here's more from Dawson. So there's no alternatives. If you're not on YouTube, they're a monopoly. I've been watching documentaries on YouTube and Google recently, but here's another one from Ryan Dawson. This is the email message he got from Vimeo. You can't go to Vimeo. That's not an alternative. BitChute is kind of buggy and crappy, and nobody's there. It hasn't reached a critical mass. Everybody's on YouTube. You're either on YouTube or you're nowhere, essentially. And they're getting away with murder. So this is Vimeo. They say, we can agree that you are not promoting violence. They deleted his channel, and they stole his money and all his videos. Likewise, there were no specific defamation claims. Harassment also is not a specific violation. The reason that they censor him, this is their own words from Vimeo, rather, the reason your videos did violate our rules was the underlying anti-Semitic sentiments expressed therein. So they're saying anti-Semitic, they can, label that as any criticism of Jews at all, or Israel, or Judaism, or anything related to Jews. They could be, say that's anti-Semitic. So that's saying we're not allowed to criticize them for anything. We can't criticize them for anything. They're above criticism, immune from any scrutiny. It is a recipe for disaster. Real Jewish power is the ability to shut people down from talking about Jewish power. And then they say, taken as a whole, your anti-Israel videos cross the line from geopolitical commentary into inflammatory statements about Jewish people. So anything that's offensive, people can be offended by anything. Anything. So there's Dawson. Even Luke Rudowski, I don't agree with everything Luke does, but to illustrate this point, he's an independent journalist. He tells way more truth than mainstream media, and even he's being shut down. He goes to Paris and reports. He says, I work my butt off in Paris, getting a huge amount of hits, dominating the mainstream media and viewership many times over as an independent journalist, working by myself with 1/1000th of the budget they have, even when each video I did was demonetized and D-ranked. So look at this. You see his videos, 199,000 views, 81,000, 160,000, 754,000, even like other YouTubers, Red Elephants and Blackstone Intelligence were getting huge views on Ukraine and Paris French stuff. But look at this. This is what's when you go to YouTube and you search the top yellow vests, top news, you get New York Times, Time, Wall Street Journal, and Radowski. The top one is New York Times, 37,000 views. Radowski's had 200,000 views. His should be at the top. Whatever's the most popular, whatever gets the most comments, whatever has the most watch time and like ratio, that's what needs to be at the top. If they had a fair algorithm and it was an even playing field and it wasn't rigged for the establishment, that's the way it would be. Who knows how big truth independent media channels could be if they weren't doing all this suppression? Who knows? Here's another article. YouTube took down 58 million videos in 3 months. So they're just pulling them down like crazy. They say it's spam and adult content. I'm sure that's some of it. But obviously they're taking down a ton of legitimate stuff too. Over the last few days, I've been watching, I watched 2 documentaries about Google. This is, I'm just getting away from Google. I'm literally thinking about getting a phone that, I don't know if you can get a phone that's not Apple or Google these days. Can you get a phone that's not Apple or Google operating system? But anyway, Google is scary. There's a documentary called The Creepy Line. I suggest everybody see it. They get into how the algorithms are all rigged. And this is the trailer, The Creepy Line. How the algorithms are rigged. The search results are rigged. They spy on us. They sell all of our information. They know everything about us. They're able to sway elections, manipulate public opinion. They're so big and such a monopoly. What else is the big one? Oh, just the fact that they have no ethics. These people are not to be trusted. They shouldn't. There's a great quote. Like, we shouldn't just say like, oh, you shouldn't do this. They shouldn't even be able to do the stuff they're doing. So everybody go check that one out. The Creepy Line. It's pretty good. And then another one. Oh, here it is. The Creepy Line 2018. And then Google and the World Brain. So this one's a few years old, 5 years old, but it shows how Google, they also bought up all the robotics companies. They have life extension technology companies. They're trying to create a world quantum computer artificial intelligence brain. They're scanning every book in the world. That's what this is about. All the information on Wikipedia and online and having artificial intelligence. Israel is heavily involved with this, with the ADLs using artificial intelligence to do all the censorship online, looking for keywords and stuff. So just to really understand. So I want to plug No More News too. I guess I'm going to stream over there. I just filed some stuff, tried to apply to be able to stream. I should be able to do it. But this is just a Band-Aid to a bigger issue, and it's not going to solve the root problem. We really need to get away from Google. And just like everybody left MySpace and Yahoo and others, or AOL, not Yahoo, we need to leave. And right now, the best option is BitChute, even though it's a little buggy. I'm up to 745 subs compared to 54,000 on YouTube, so huge difference there. It's hardly an alternative, hardly a competitor, but I don't know if I'm able to upload. You can't stream. I don't know if you can upload big videos. It doesn't work well on my tablet and on my phone. There's no app. It's just not as good as YouTube. YouTube has the clear market monopoly. Here's the notice. I noticed today I lost like 200 subs and I was freaking out like, oh my God, I got a strike. All the censorship with the 6 limited states. The censorship early in the week with my premiere being censored before it goes up. And then now I'm dropping subscribers. But apparently there was a message and a warning went out that they were going after closed accounts and spammy subs. So I only lost about 100 or so subs. So for all the people out there that go, oh, all of No More News' followers are bots and paid Israeli shill Hasbara 8,200 bots. Apparently not, because I only lost about 100. As if I would have that. These idiots. Like, being censored all over the place. Maybe they'll realize it now. So shut it down. Mass flagging campaign exposed. Everything's going to be up on BitChute now. But even then, that's not going to work because they go, oh, you're kicked off of Twitter. We'll go to Gab. All the media attacks Gab. Gab is kicked off of the Apple. They're not allowed to have an app, I believe. No apps allowed on the phones. They're trying to shut them down with the media attacks. And BitChute, even big, they go, oh, YouTube's not a monopoly, but BitChute's trying to be a competitor. And they say Patreon shuts them down. So BitChute suspended by Patreon. So even, just the way that they can organize in these digital media or social media cartels and work together. They're all going to the Bilderberg Group. They're all working with the ADL. They all have R&D centers in Israel and are working with the Israeli military. And they're really just going to try to put us out of business and de-incentivize and demotivate and discourage. Vice News, crowdfunding site Patreon is purging far-right figures. So even Milo, even Breitbart Milo, Zionist, Sargon of Akkad, James Alsop, people are paying Benjamin, that's Sargon of Akkad, $12,000 a month. That's that many people willing to support him for his work. And Patreon just decides, you guys, he can't fund himself. He needs to be put out of business. He can't do this anymore. Even it's like the state or arbitrator stepping in and saying, nope, you two can't communicate. I can't communicate with my followers out there, and they can't comment on my videos and tell me what they think and have a discussion. They're just trying to shut it all down. This is going to make people snap. This is going to make people freak out. This is just going to make people more quote-unquote anti-Semitic. The CNN commentator gets fired, and as if that's going to help with this, this myth that Jews control the media. When he speaks out for Palestine, he gets fired right away. So I've already done several videos showing who is behind all of this, who is behind all of the censorship. I could go over it again now, but it's the ADL, Google, working with Google, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Twitter, and ADL announced lab to engineer new solutions. It's Israel, YouTube, cracking down on fake news. YouTube backs authoritative sources. ADL applauds Google and YouTube in expanding their initiative to fight online hate. They got the hate index, getting us all shut down, monitoring us, sending bot armies against us. They got programs for apps so people can go do mass flagging campaigns. Bibi pays students grants to post pro-Israeli propaganda. Not to mention Sergey Brin, Larry Page, Zuckerberg, Eric Schmidt gets ADL honors. Tim Cook gets ADL honors from Apple, Google. You can see the highlights from the Al Jazeera documentary. They get into all the spying. It's Israel. It's a foreign state spying. And none of the patriots and the Trump MAGA people, supporters, say anything about it. The spying all over our country. The stranglehold over Congress with the APEC and the lobbies. The domination of the media. Anyway, that's about it, guys. Adam Green. No more news. See in the description below for my Patreon, for my my PayPal. You got to support independent media, or it's just going to disappear. If I don't have enough, I'm completely dependent on donations. If I don't get enough donations, every little bit helps. I'm just going to have to give this up because all the odds are against me. And if I put so much time and effort into this. And they're just gonna, any video I work can just be censored. It just takes all the wind out of your sails. They're just silencing the opposition. It's no debate. The defunding and the incentive, they're pulling it all away. And this is a chilling effect. Other channels see this. Other people see this. They don't want to share the videos. Other channels see that other channels are going down. They don't want to speak up and keep speaking the hard truths. Anyway, just BitChute. Backup channel, PayPal, Patreon. I'm Adam Green with No More News. Thanks for watching. stay tuned. If there is a next video, I could be gone tomorrow. So hopefully everybody follow me on Twitter and Facebook too, any way you can. Don't give up, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Hopefully more videos will be coming soon. I got a lot more to cover.